Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions JP, let's talk about 1 week with EX jobs. Kind of like more how it works. We'll look at a few characters' new abilities. And then I'll talk about like how bad the farming was. But first, an update on my thoughts about the recalled banners snafu. It was revealed that there was like a conveyor belt sort of a system going on there. I was not too surprised, to tell the truth, that that was in there. And then probably it was in there from the launch of the game. It's sad but true. It's in a lot of other games like Dokkan Battle and stuff like that. When I think of my pulls and when I think of investing in the game, I always take the biggest picture that I can. I never think about gacha in like 1 month or 1 week or 1 event. I always look at it in the big picture. And so I look back on the year and I think about like how my luck has been, overall compared to what I've spent in the game. And I feel fine about that. I feel satisfied. But where my account is now, I'm going more for vision cards, and then now with EX jobs, I'm more focused on my current units than future units or new units. Even though I don't love that they're kind of, putting people on certain tracks to get certain units. Over the course of months and stuff, it does even itself out. You get most of what's in the game. Alright, but anyway, let's talk about EX jobs. It came out pretty much a week ago. And then the most important point that I made about EX jobs before, I put that at the end of a recent video, so I want to say it here first. It's not 400 shards and then boom, EX jobs. It's as you gather shards, you go up in job level little by little. I'll put up that table again. And you work your way up to job level 25, unit level 120. And that's a relief because you still have a very nice usable character as you're working up to 120. And then I'll put up this other chart, but in order to get to tier 3, you only need 200 shards total. So you're getting 75% of the unit levels with only 50% of the required shards. You're also getting the 2 upgraded abilities, but you miss out on that brand new ability. And so, maybe stopping short term, or stopping long term, or stopping forever on tier 3, level 115, could be a way to cut back a significant amount of spending, waiting, and farming, but still ending up with a very strong unit. Maybe level 115 is the new level 89? You all know that I love 89 units, but then to survive in the 120 meta, 115 also might be good enough. Alright, but let's look at some abilities real quick. I'll show you the 4 units that I have here. But Rob, his first upgraded ability is Kongo. This is the one that hits straight ahead for 3 panels. That will pick up the ability to break physical barriers, which is very nice. Very unique too. And here this is a TP self-buff. Already gave him the attack and critical up, but now we'll give him defense piercing. We saw him do some nice damage against tanks in a previous video. And then here I'll call this his super stat node. But this will give him attack up 30 if you level it up to level 20. So yeah, he definitely becomes more of an attacker. And then his all-new ability, which you get at level 120, it has a very nice AoE. And then has a high chance of a critical hit rate, so this could even make a good farmer. He can hit many guys at once. Range is pretty important, so this definitely helps his range. Okay, next we got Orodoa. And I made this point earlier, but if you're looking at the new skills or the upgraded skills, and they don't really interest you that much, you can stop, at tier 2, or tier 3. In this case, initially I was interested in the upgraded self-sacrifice for Orodoa, so I was happy to stop here. But I just had some shards lying around, so I got her up to tier 3. But the upgraded self-sacrifice, you'll still get the same attack and then attack resistance down. But this will give you more HP. It's like 13% or something, and that's great for her as a Drain Force user. And then her upgraded ability is Aspo Force, so she can absorb a lot of TP. I just tried this out, and it said that she would absorb about 80 some TP, but when I used it, she got the critical hit, and so she got like 130 TP. Drained that off of Miranda or somebody. So that was very useful against a magic user. Could be really good against bosses in PvE as well. And then the all-new ability is an AP drain, so she'll be able to drain HP, AP, and TP. And this has a little bit of range. This is better than her Assassin subjob AP drain, so yeah, for manual content, like class matches or the tower or something, she could be really interesting. Oh, and then her super stat node is HP up. I still need to unlock this, but yeah, that would make her an even better Drain Forcer. Okay, next we got Stern. I decided to go for him after all. But his first upgraded ability is a Hazard Break. I haven't tested this out yet, but I think his multiplier goes up. Alright, so here's Hazard Break. Yeah, this says that it will do great damage, while this one says it will do super great damage, so that should be even better. And then the other upgraded skill, Hazard Form, will be upgraded, become Hazard Spirit. Let's see, drain HP like before, raise attack like before, but add defense piercing, so that makes him more current. And then his super stat node is also attack up, and then his all-new ability is Calamity Hazard. I'm loving all of these hazard namings. But again, takes away some HP from himself, and then will imperil / resistance for whomever is in there. We saw that the max level of this will lower / resistance by 38%. So that will bring a 90% Sasayaki down to 52. I showed that in a recent community post. And then that's the same amount that Gilgamesh will do with his Koltetsu, so that's pretty impressive. It might be more attractive to use Stern and Super Stern together. And especially if you give the Exorcist cards to regular Stern, then Super Stern has a 2-hit attack, regular Stern has a 3-hit attack, so you can do some crazy chains with them as well. But very, very interesting skills. I am looking forward to getting Stern to level 120. But yeah, the point that I wanted to make here was that you can, look at the skills ahead and then see how far, which tier you want to get to. Of course, it also depends on how many diamonds they hand out. But shards are not as big of a deal as I was thinking, although I am a whale and I do pull the hatcher. But for the first anniversary, they had a bunch of these hatchers where you can pull and then just get shards for characters. Free pull is, or the free Vision Ore pull is 50 per unit. The paid Vision Ore is going to be 100 per unit, so if your luck is good, you can get a lot of shards for characters that you like. And if this becomes a regular thing, it won't be that difficult to get your characters up to 120. Next, there is farming for the materials. I think we can look at Orodoa here. You need a ton of these. That table that I showed before, you need like 25 or 50 per job level, so you do need to farm a lot. But you can still farm this old level 5 one, and then this one costs only 16, so you can farm this on auto solo. There's also this new level, level 6, where you can farm the red ones. But also you get these new type of wind materials, and then you need these to unlock the different nodes on that ability board. But these are pretty easy to get. They have a good drop rate as well, so these aren't that big of a deal. But they also have tickets where you can pull in order to get more of those things. I'll show you that. And then if you use that, that's even less farming, and they might hand those out for promotion stuff. Yeah, there they are. 300, that's probably going to be more than you need for one character, even if you max everything. So maybe you could think about if you want to level 2 or more characters of that element. And then the other new item that you need are these slabs. These are a pain to farm. So if you can get a ticket to pull those, that'll really help out. That will really speed up things. But if we look at the quests here, it's only going to be these new quests that cost 30 each. These really hurt if you're farming these solo. And then if you don't like to farm multiplayer like me, that's also going to be a time commitment. But one nice thing is that you'll get access to all of the 4 different slabs at once. And so you kind of just have to farm it once for one character, and then you'll have like a reserve of all of the other types. So the next character that you want to raise the EX levels for, you won't have to work as hard or farm as hard. But in the week, I was able to get Rob to level 120. I had to do maybe 4 or 5 days where I used the max stamina refreshes. And as you can see, I have 38. All of those were the L pots, of course, so that's a lot of farming. But with Stern, I used tickets for him, and then I got him almost to job level 24 almost immediately, so that wasn't so bad at all. And then we can see that there's kind of different materials that you need for different job levels. This is more common, where you need these element things and then these slabs. But 3 times, I think, during the course of raising the job levels, you'll need these flowers. These are handed out. You can also buy these from the Mog Shop. You can get them from special packs or special step-ups. And then I guess you can farm them as well. This is kind of a new mechanic, but we see these items with kind of like arrows on them. And then what this is that sometime during your farming, you may get up to 1 of these through drops. We can see the limit here, and then this is the number that I've gotten up to now. And then here, this is a reset countdown. After 8 days, it will reset. So again, I can get 1 through farming. And then maybe this is like a 2-week time span. And then here we can get the job orbs. This one you can get up to 3. I've only gotten 1 so far, so if I do some more farming within the next 8 days, I can get another 2. And then we need a lot of these. But I'll show you the Mog Shop. Since we are getting so many shards beyond, 99 for these characters, we're going to have a lot of Mog medals. And so we can use those Mog medals to buy these job orbs. And that's what I've been doing. That's been saving a lot of farming for me. And then of course we can use that to get more of these guys. And then they'll still give us the orange like coin orb things if we exchange them here. I'm still waiting for rain. So how should free-to-play or like minnows approach this EX job thing? I think they should approach it very slowly. And it might be better to let Lady Luck decide who you work on rather than to chase any particular unit. If you are a whale, then you have more choice who you can take to EX jobs. And of course, if you want to do the 50 or 100 days of barracks and hard quests for the units you love, then you can kind of force whomever you like. But otherwise, it might be better just to look at like who you have the orb coins for, and then work on like who's really ready. And then I would say anybody over 200 you can start working on. So like Federica, she would be a great choice. I only need 20 for her to get to the finish. So she might be a smart choice. Although I don't really like her character, so I might skip that. Sasayaki, she's also over 200, so she might be another good choice. I was probably going to push to get her shards anyway. But like Miranda, who I'm very interested in, maybe I'll have to put her on hold, even if she gets her EX job, because I don't have a lot of her shards. Although, probably when her EX job is released, they'll release a bunch of hatchers where you can get her shards, or more pulls of her. So that might speed that up. And then, let's think about non-UR units. These might be more difficult to choose. I think you should only do it if you're really a fan of the unit. But some standouts, might be like Mont. Who else? Maybe Shadowlings, maybe? But yeah, maybe think about who you really, really love, and then maybe just work on them. Because it looks like it's going to be just the same amount of like job materials and the slabs and stuff, so that's kind of a big investment. Inori, I think, she would be great. I think she's already UR level, so that could be a good investment. And then, probably healers and tanks will be the best choices to take to EX jobs. And that's because maybe you can use them in PvP. And that's another way to approach who to level up for EX jobs, would be, a good 3-character team for PvP. And so Mont, he might be a good choice, because a popular choice for a PvP team is a healer, a tank, and then some kind of attacker. Mont could be your tank, at least for physical attacks, I think. Magic, maybe not so much. But I'm not thinking too hard about PvP as far as EX jobs. This first week, at least, I just kind of really pushed so that I could show like what it's like, what it takes, the things I do for you, YouTube. That first weekend, actually, I saw some people with a 3-person EX job team. So it is possible to really, really push in a weekend. But that's going to be a lot of investment of stamina and probably money and other materials. One thing about EX jobs is that they don't seem to fix a unit's weakness or basic playstyle so far. Based on my tests that I've done, units get stronger and faster with level 120, but like Erude, he's still kind of not a very mobile character. Mont, he's still weak to magic and stuff like that. And so the way that you use units probably will not change dramatically. But in the future, if we see EX jobs for sub-jobs, maybe that can, take characters in different directions. Like here we see the building off the soldier job, but maybe there will be like Viking and Assassin later for Orodoa. And then with Viking, maybe she'll get even more HP from that. If Stern gets a Ninja EX sub-job, maybe he'll get even more evade or movement or like hide or something. And so yeah, unit reviews could get pretty complex in the future if we have like 3 directions we can take the EX jobs. Like which one do you go for first? How far do you go with each? The unit depth and complication is already pretty deep in this game. But yeah, EX jobs in the future could really expand the possibilities. And then finally, I'll answer, like, do I enjoy this system? I like the idea. But I don't like the implementation. If this system, and then possibly EX jobs for sub-jobs as well, can enable you to use the same unit for years, then I'm on board. I want to use Sasayaki for years. I want to use, like, Miranda and Super Stern for years. And so if this can enable that, that's cool. But, it does take more investment to get them there, farming again, or stamina, or whatever. I've said this before, but working on your units is the meat and potatoes of this game. And if you don't have any units to work on, it really does feel like you're missing something. There are some people that say that this game is 99% auto battle, but that's not true because you're not spending 100% of your game time in battle. A lot of this game also is just working on your characters, building teams, crafting stuff. And so if you enjoy, leveling up your characters like I've come to enjoy, then maybe this EX jobs thing could be a good thing in the long run. And the grinding is not horrible. Without tickets, I was able to take Rob to 120 in 1 week. But I don't love farming hard for days at a time. I don't love doing multiplayer farming. So I won't do this for every unit that comes out. I could see myself doing this maybe 1 or 2 units a month at this rate. And of course, I would love to take all of my units to 120, try them out and show them off and do reviews. But I'll be limited by how many diamonds they hand out. And whenever there is one available in a pack or as part of a step-up or mission, I'll definitely try to get them all, even if I don't use them right away. The timing does feel fast for this new thing, for this new level for characters. I don't know, I feel like they could have released like Yuna, max level 99, with the Bahamut Esper, and she would still be, one of the best characters in the game. So it does feel fast, but If you anticipate, level 140 or level 160, and then more sub-job EX jobs, then I don't know, maybe it's not so fast. But anyway, those are my thoughts after 1 week with the system. Maybe I will talk about this more in a month, or 3 months, or 6 months, and see how I'm feeling about it. I'll definitely talk about like one other big sum up right before it's released in Global. Okay, I think that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.